I'm here with Aadeel Akhtar from Psyonic. I'm so excited to talk with you today. I want you to tell me all about what you've got in your hand, because it's another hand.
Absolutely. It comes in handy as well too. So at Psyonic, we develop advanced bionic limbs that are affordable and accessible for humans and robots. This is our ability hand. It's the latest version of our bionic hand that goes on both humans and robots. So we have over 200 patients using them across the U.S. as a medical device for people who are missing their hand, but also 50 robotics researchers, including NASA is putting them on a humanoid robot they want to send to space. Meta has it. Mercedes is building cars with them, so it's been Google is using them to do like large language models to control things on a table. So all these really cool things that you might do with a hand on a daily life, our hand is able to do. Would you like to shake hands with the hand?
I would love to shake hands.
Nice to meet you.
And what's really interesting is a lot of people don't get a chance to really interact with it. So I want to just kind of describe and mention what it feels like. It feels a little bit different from a normal hand, but the pressure is nice.
Right?
It's not crushing my hand.
Exactly.
It's not, and also I know not to pull away too fast. Let the embrace happen.
Yeah.
And then go. So
and it's kind of like a firm handshake, so it would pass the job interview.
It's firm, but I'm not like on the ground.
Yes.
Like, oh goodness, But what's so incredible about it is that it's doing so much. But I want to talk a little bit about how you got to this point.
Yeah.
Because this has been such a journey and an evolution.
Absolutely. And so I wanted to build bionic limbs my entire life, ever since I was 7.
Why?
My parents are from Pakistan. I was born in Chicago, but I was visiting when I was 7, and that's the first time I met someone missing a limb. And she was my age, missing her right leg and using a tree branch as a crutch. And that's what inspired me to go into this field. And so I ended up going to Loyola Chicago. I got a bachelor's in biology, a master's in computer science, taught there for a couple of years. Then went to the University of Illinois, got another master's in electrical engineering, PhD in neuroscience. Then I left medical school to do this because this was a bit more fun than medical school.
You put in so much time and effort, but you knew what you wanted to do at age 7. When you told your parents what it was, like, what was their reaction? And I'm sure they kind of thought, oh, you're really young, you're going to change your mind 100 times, but you didn't.
Yeah, they were... They always supported me in wanting to go into the healthcare field, and the original plan was to become straight up medical doctor working with patients who have limb differences. But it was a trip that we took down to Ecuador in the summer of 2014, and there was a patient there named Juan who had lost his left hand 35 years prior due to a landmine explosion. And the hand at the time was 3 times the size as this. It had wires going everywhere, plugging breadboards, power supplies in the wall. But despite that, Juan said that he felt as though a part of him had come back, and that was because he made a pinch with his left hand for the first time in 35 years. And when he said that, that's when I realized that if I just become a straight up MD, then I don't get to do like these types of interactions. This just ends up as a university project or a journal paper. If we want everyone to feel the same way that Juan did, we had to commercialize the technology, and that's when Psyonic was born.
And here we are at NeuroTech, and you're in this space with so many people that are wanting to do the same thing, change humanity for the better, help people. Tell me a little bit about what it was like today to talk about the technology, but also the connections that you're making here.
Absolutely, and this is the first time I've seen such an event at CES, especially one revolving around NeuroTech. So this was very special for us because we've been in this field for a while now, and just for it to get to this level where it's becoming more accessible to the public as well, that's been incredible. So the diversity of the crowd that's been attending this event has been really, really great to see, because it's reaching a audience that's more about consumer electronics, a more general audience that doesn't know about these things. So we get to inform the public that, hey, these are the issues that we're seeing with current prosthetics, and this is how we're solving those problems, and just getting that education out there to so many people.
And are you noticing a curiosity when you're walking around with the device? Are people asking you, hey, what is that?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And so we have one of our users here with us, Dale Damasi, who's our creative specialist at the company as well too. And so we made him a special version of the hand that's a clear version that lights up as well.
Let's bring him in.
Yeah, all right.
Show this incredible piece of technology here. Hello.
And so you can also see when he's touching you, the touch feedback is actually going back, so you can see it as well.
When we're shaking,
exactly. So
there's a, oh wow. So when it's a whole hand shake, you're getting everything's lighting up.
Yeah, so it's sending feedback up here, and I'm getting a vibrational response. And then the light's going this way, or me contracting my muscles, which are getting sent to the hand to actually activate the motion of the hand itself.
So you're basically feeling me shake your hands.
In a sense, yes.
Okay, so it's not just like, okay, it's here, it's like there's something there that
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
That's incredible. How do you feel?
I feel it's a real honor and a privilege to be able to, be part of a company like this and help share this technology with the world and help get it in the hands of people that need it. It's something that I've been passionate about my whole life, and so to have the opportunity to do that and do something in a real meaningful way that changes people's lives is, just the greatest feeling.
And today, here you are, just as I was talking to you, in the NeuroTech room. So do you feel that because you've been able to share your story and your insights, that this is going to propel humanity forward?
I do believe so. I sure hope so. Yeah, I've got a lot of faith in humanity that what we're doing is going to, move the needle in the right direction and create positive change for people. I actually met Aadeel working on a documentary film. I've been a filmmaker for close to 20 years now. I've got a passion for documentaries and been wanting to tell a story about bionics and unlocking human potential. And so to meet someone like Aadeel and see a product like this is one of those things where I experience so many things through the lens and want to share other people's stories. And it's slowly kind of turned where now I'm on the other side of the lens, telling my story and becoming part of that story. So that's really neat. It's a real honor to be part of that. And I hope that it does something positive for the world.
Absolutely. So I want to know a little bit more about the future, because the technology we're seeing right now is blowing my mind. It's impressing so many people, but what is this going to look like at CES a year from now, 5 years from now?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And so just to give you a kind of glimpse into that, we're going to do something fun here. And so you're actually going to get to control this hand that I've been holding this whole time, right? So I've got my phone that I'm going to connect to the hand. And so if I've done everything properly, then so you put your hand in front of the camera.
Okay.
So just like that, and then bend your fingers.
Wow.
Or you're control. I think you're controlling his hand.
Control me?
Yeah. Sorry,
my,
you're controlling his
controlling
hand.
you.
You're controlling his
Control
hand.
my
Yes.
Wow. Now, do you feel the vibrations when I'm doing
A little
this?
bit, yeah.
Lisa, I love you.
There you go.
Sign. There we go. That's incredible. Wow.
And so the idea is, instead of using a camera, we're going to be using nerve implants and bring computer interfaces instead to be able to get that level of control. And then if you hold the bottom of this, do you feel the vibration feedback? So this is what Dale currently feels. So you'll feel a vibration. But with nerve implants and brain implants, they'll actually make it feel like it's coming from your hand at no longer need.
Okay.
And that's the whole goal of these interfaces. So we're hoping that in the next couple of years, we might have our first users playing piano or typing on a keyboard again.
Yes, yes. What is your dream for the future?
I just want to see a world where, we're not defined by our limitations or our differences, and that, kids grow up with a better shot at achieving more in this world and have less of a steep climb than maybe someone like I did.
No, it's a changing world.
Absolutely.
Technology is really propelling us, and it's doing it fast, especially with AI. But NeuroTech is where a lot of people are starting to kind of wake up and say, this is quite an area. Anything you want to add? Anything I forgot to ask? I feel like there's so much here.
Yeah. So we just started this new initiative called the Ability Fund. And so the thing is, traditionally, prosthetics like an arm and a leg can cost between $100,000 to $150,000. And so with the Ability Fund, every $25,000 that's donated completely covers the entire cost of the hand and all the clinical services and a leg.
Wow.
And we just got our first user fitted. He was a 17-year-old boy in high school who was born without his hand and was bullied as was a kid. And his teacher showed him a video of ours, and he came over and he controlled the hand for the first time in his life. And over Christmas, a generous donor donated the funds for him to actually get the hand. And we would love to create a more equitable world where everyone can get access to a hand just like him.
Yeah, money should not be in the way of being able to do what you need to do, and especially when it comes to kids.
Yes.
There's so many things that they want to do, and the world is changing for the better for them too.
Absolutely.
Incredible. Thank you so much for talking to me. Thank you both for sharing your stories with me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.